Okay, so Angel, how is this your first time signing up for a workshop?
Yeah, my daughter has a degree in animation,
Mm-hmm.
and this is exactly what she's looking for, trying to do animation for stories or film videos.
Oh, that's awesome. Mm-hmm.
And so we saw you on Meetup, and she's really excited to try to take this course.
Oh, good, good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Is your
Um,
daughter Ray, by the way?
yeah,
Oh,
uh-huh.
yeah. Yeah, and sorry that you guys couldn't get in last week. I guess there was an issue with the link, but
Oh,
hopefully that's all. Well, I'm glad you guys are here now.
okay, she'll be here in a second. She was considering, it looks like you actually teach a course.
Yeah, that's right. I have a
Kickstarter?
online course and it's actually on Kickstarter right now, but it's like a full course. There's 21 lessons, six different modules, just helping artists to create stories. So it's a really great course. It took me, I was working on it actually for over a year, just trying to find ways to connect just the visual aspects to our instincts with storytelling and getting us to, okay, we have all of these ideas. How do we get them on paper? How do we write them down and flesh it out in a clear, concise way?
Um,
So yeah, it's definitely a great resource for artists who want to tell their own stories.
how much is that course?
Right now it's on Kickstarter for the VIP. It's $75 and you get full access, and that also includes the making a graphic novel book and two graphic novels that I created. So it's a really good deal. I mean, it's several hours of coursework, and you get practice assignments for each lesson. So with each of those 21 lessons, there's an assignment, and it just builds you up from creating from your visual, the all of the skills that you already have, into developing those into stories. And you actually create several short stories within the class.
Oh,
Yeah.
um, do you set up a certain schedule to work with her, or is it just courses that are posted online? How is it?
It's it's all online, but all the students have direct access to me, so you can email me anytime if there's questions or if you need feedback. I'm definitely available to all the students.
Oh, great. Okay.
Mhm.
And she would sign up using that QR code?
Yeah, exactly. So there will be a QR code, and I can actually share the link if I don't have that yet. So let me share the link in the chat so that you
Okay.
guys have that as well.
Wait,
So,
can you see the link in the chat?
yeah, I'm gonna post that right now. So let me
I
post
wanted
this
to see the link.
VIP chair.
Also, can you close one of these screens? Because I connected twice.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's see. Let me see. Okay, that should be good. All right, so I'm just gonna go in. Let me see if I can go in a chat.
No, oh, you did it. No, she did it. Oh, she did it. Okay. That's
Okay, so I put that there
Thank you.
to the chat. Okay, so let's go
Okay.
ahead and get started with our week six. We're on actually week six. So I'll do a little bit of review of what we've been doing so far. Let's start with our mission. So the mission of Sankofa Animation Network exists to uplift Black and Brown communities through animated film, faith-centered storytelling, and creative education, building a global community where underrepresented voices are nurtured, empowered, and seen. And we have a proverb that we do every week. So the African proverb of today is, when weeds invade the land, it means the owner is absent. So I thought that was a lot of them are kind of cheeky and a little bit like, just like, a little bit of insight and wisdom, just like, take care of your land or weeds are gonna pop up.
Yeah, we actually saw all five of your videos. You sent Ray a link.
Uh-huh.
Well, we finished watching the fifth one yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's great. So
Mhm.
perfect. So you guys are going to be all caught up for today. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking today about worlds. So when we look about worlds in fiction, A fictional world is an invented, self-contained setting created for stories in books, movies, and games. It has its own geography, rules, history, and societies that do not necessarily exist in real life. However, the fictional places are based on one or more real-world locations. Okay. And so you'll see we review our first week. We did that inspiration. And so for mine, I did Kilimanjaro and I had the wildlife ravens as the inspiration for mine. Were you guys able to complete any of those assignments? Did you pick inspiration?
Well, we weren't actually doing the assignments, but we did see all of the postings for like homework and stuff. And we
Sure.
were actually sketching along with you for the 5 and 10 minute sketches.
Oh, good. Okay. So don't worry about that. It's something you can always pick up on. And hi,
Mhm.
Brian. Welcome. Welcome in.
Hello, hello. Wait. Ah!
We're
Oh, can you
actually,
hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I thought you couldn't. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah, we're actually just getting started, so you're right in time. Just doing a little bit of review of what we did the last
All
couple of
right.
weeks. We took some inspiration. So inspiration, you can get inspiration from a number of places. One of those places is from nature or even from folklore. That was one of the things that we explored. And
Mm,
so once you get your inspiration, you're going to want to make a protagonist. So that inspiration is that initial spark that you get. And after you get
mm,
that spark, you can start looking into who is going to be the person I want my audience to follow, right? Who is going to be the person or animal or creature or monster or whatever it is that you want your audience to follow. So I have the example here of this little African raven that I created. His name is Chippy. And if you guys have not got it yet, I'll let you all get one of these reference sheets. It'll let you fill out and just kind of understand the personality of your protagonist. Like, who is this character? What are the things that they like? What are the things that they dislike? Understanding your protagonist is really going to be the basis for creating stories because
mm.
stories evolve around your protagonist and different scenarios will affect one character completely differently than it will affect another. Okay. And we have our sidekick here. So there's different ways that you can create a sidekick, but usually they're there for comedic relief and a little bit of support there. Finally,
Okay,
last
okay.
week we did antagonists. So created a an antagonist that was a natural rival. So if you are using an
Mm,
animal, you can think about your what would be a natural rival for your character if they're an animal character. But if they're a person, I mean, you can think of like what is their position in life? Who would be a natural antagonist for that type of a person? Okay, and today we're looking into worlds. So let's go ahead and look at some of these questions that I have. I'm going to be using the reference images from kind of the world that I'm trying to create here. But if you already have a world or like a location that you have in mind, feel free
mm.
to start to think about that, start to think about the types of places you might be interested in using as a world. I think I would definitely categorize every world, even if it's fictional. Like, what are the places in real life that can inspire that? So, the questions for today are what kinds of places inspire you? So, let's go ahead and start with a 10-minute pose, and you guys can feel free to answer that question. What are the places that inspire you in real life?
Okay. I have a question.
Sure.
Are you sharing your screen?
Yes, can you see the screen?
No, I cannot. There's
Let me
like
see.
technical difficulties from my side. So I'm just
Um,
figuring out.
Let me see. It should be the full window. Let me try and stop and then start again.
I
Share.
Um,
actually see the screen before.
Can you see?
I can.
I think it's just on my side, I think. I'm gonna rejoin if that's okay.
Yeah,
While
sure.
I
That's
figure
fine.
that
You can
out.
rejoin.
Okay. Be right back.
Sure. Okay. So if you want, you can feel free to think about what types of places inspire you or what types of places do you feel inspired by when you go to?
Mm.
I know I think if it's not obvious, I always feel inspired by nature.
Hmm.
Some people I know feel more inspired by either a beach or the water.
Mm.
Um, some people feel more inspired by like wide open spaces.
Hmm.
Is there a particular type of place where you go or you feel like, I don't know, like just get that more energy or energized or you feel renewed?
Hmm. Actually, because I like fiction, I'm thinking more of um, story settings.
Hmm.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or Wizard
Yeah.
of Oz or those places.
I mean, but when you think about a movie like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, you can think about, okay, well, what types of places do they use in that? I think Charlie was like a boy from London or from a city like that, wasn't he?
Right. Yeah, it was England.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
when he went to this factory, I mean, it's like I mean, it is a factory, but then there's also like this almost like an amusement park on the inside, right?
It was a very fantastical type of setting.
Yeah, like a fantastical type of place. And there's like this chocolate river, if I can remember right.
Right.
So, I mean, you can think about, okay, well, what types of places are like that when the first thing I think about is like an amusement park.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, movies are such inspiration, but when we start to like peel the layers, it's like, okay, well, what type of place could this be inspired by? Even if it's like a Star Wars type of movie. And you think, okay, well, this is
yeah.
supposed to be outer space. How could this be based on anything real? But when
Mm.
you look a little bit deeper, you see that they have deserts. You see that they have like snowy mountains. You even see that
Oh,
they have like bars and like where the
yeah.
aliens are playing music and
Star
stuff.
Wars.
So, I mean, there's so many places where we can say, okay, what are these? What's actually behind these places?
You've talked about Game of Thrones a lot.
Hmm.
Kind of a setting is that? I've never seen those shows.
Oh, well, a lot of it is well, obviously it's a medieval inspired story and a lot of it is in castles and locations like that. I think a lot of the locations are filmed on location in different places in Europe. I know there's multiple castles and
Mm.
I read that Ireland has something like 300 castles, something
Oh,
ridiculous like
wow.
that, like so many. Even if you look into maybe Northern Europe, I think they've done some shots there.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, so those would be like those medieval places would be were the places that were actually people were actually building castles. So when you think
Mm.
about different locations in Europe, they would actually have those.
So it wasn't set like in a foreign or like a another planet or outer
No,
space?
it's actually not an alternate planet. It's just like a fictional version of these real places. And
Oh,
that's what you'll see a lot. It will be a fictionalized version of a real location.
right. Hmm.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like let me see. I don't think we got. Yeah. Yeah, I think when you look at those types of things, okay, like what place was this really built on? And if you notice any shows, you'll notice the similarities in certain things they bring up. Like what if they bring up religion? You might see similarities to actual religions. Usually there might be a combination of one or more. And
Oh,
it's, yeah, because so much of what we get, I mean, I think we give ourselves too much credit when we think about writing. It's so much of it is, it's same with drawing. So much of it is just inspired by what we see.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you written any stories before? Have you ever delved into that side?
Well, my daughter and I, Ray,
Hmm.
published a story last year. It was a children's picture book called Zen Cat.
Oh, nice.
But, we need to really get on the ball and start trying to do some more because it was just one.
Well, that's still good. That's a big accomplishment. A lot of people never accomplish creating a book and much less finishing it. So that's really good.
Um, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, luckily there's self-publishing now, so we did it through what is it called? KDP or the
Oh,
Amazon one.
oh, nice. Oh, good. Yeah, Kindle Direct Publishing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it was pretty professional. We got copyrights and the cataloging and publishing page and ISBNs, and so it's
Oh, good. Good. So you got all of the legalities figured out.
right. So it's actually in that library in Washington, D.C.
Hmm.
Um, is that called Library of Congress or something?
Oh, wow. I would have to check. I'm not sure, but
Yeah,
that's
there's a
really
big
good.
um library in Washington, D.C., and if they feel a book is up to par, then they'll actually put it on their shelves.
Oh, nice.
So
Oh,
they
that's
accepted
good.
it and it's there. So it wasn't too bad, I guess.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a great accomplishment. So your daughter illustrated the whole thing?
Yeah, she did the illustration and together we worked on the book.
Oh, nice.
So
How long did it take you all?
probably half a year.
Well, that's
Part
pretty
of it,
fast.
yeah, part of it was learning how to do all that technical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And getting all the ISBNs and all the rest of the information.
Mm-hmm.
But she's pretty quick with drawing, and the writing was pretty much already done. So,
Oh, so was it an idea that you guys had had for a while?
yeah, it was actually an assignment for a class she had on Asian art.
Oh, nice.
So, the story was we had to kind of rewrite it for a children's book.
Mm-hmm.
But the story was pretty much already a concept that we knew what to write about. So it was more
Oh,
just a lot of work trying to figure out how to do the process.
yeah, yeah, but it sounds like you guys made it through. That's a
Yeah,
huge
it was
accomplishment.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, um, just maybe I can show you the front of the book just a second. Ray, if I clicked on video, then she can see us here.
Mhm.
How do I turn it on? Click. Oh, it turned on. That's the book.
Oh, wow. Oh,
And
I
that's
love that
back.
design.
Yeah, so it was fun getting it written. I hope this isn't the only book that we ever do.
Oh no, I'm sure that you guys will do many more. It seems like you already have like the drive and like are ready to do it. I mean, that's really it. It's just like having that desire to really create things and to, have enough um boldness and just drive to not quit.
Mhm. Yeah,
That
I saw the website you had on
hmm
your book that you wrote.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that published?
Yeah, I have the first one is published and actually the second one is on the Kickstarter. It will be published once the Kickstarter is finished.
Oh,
Hmm. And that Making a Graphic Novel is also published.
yeah.
Okay, that's our first timer. Okay, so the second question I have is, are there real places, cultures historic periods or environments that you're curious about. And it seems like your daughter especially is already inspired by the Asian art, which is really awesome. But
Yeah.
yeah, are there any other places or environments? Let's see, historic periods that you guys feel inspired by?
Hmm. I think she likes like medieval times.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Maybe it's around the same time that the Game of Thrones is set in. And she does like science fiction, so the future as well.
Oh, that's good. That's it. You can get so much. I mean, you can really let your imagination go with it when you're thinking about the future because there's just so much involved in that. There's just,
Right.
yeah. I
Right.
mean, it's kind of like anything is possible, you know,
Sure, sure.
which is like the good thing.
Yeah, I saw the picture you had of Luke Skywalker
Oh,
character, and that was kind of in that jungly area.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, that's right. And
that
he
was,
was like, yeah,
yeah,
with Yoda.
right.
Hmm. But even yeah, when you think about a place like that, like where would you go to if you wanted to shoot a scene like that? Where you think you can think of it in that way. If I was going to shoot a scene, if I was going to take a picture of that scene, where would I have to go? And the first
Yeah.
thing I'm thinking is like you have to be in a rainforest somewhere, right? Or some
Mhm.
type of a swampy area.
Yeah, yeah. And it
So
was very foggy,
yeah,
so I don't
yeah.
know where that would be.
So yeah, that could be something to think about. Okay, what places have a lot of fog?
Yeah.
What places have a lot of swampy areas? Or
Mhm.
maybe a lot of humidity. It seemed like there could be a
Yeah.
lot of humidity. Could be even someplace on an island. I think the one of the most humid places I went to was Puerto Rico. They have a lot of humidity. But what would it
Oh,
look like to be in the rural area on an island like that? You know,
yeah.
that could probably get you that type of a shot. Yeah.
I don't know. It's been pretty humid here in San Diego, so I feel like I kind of know what it might be like.
And maybe San Diego.
Well, generally it's dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, you can think about that. Think about it that way. Like, what types of places would I have to go to get this sort of a scene?
Mm,
Yeah, and it's also possible when you're creating fiction is it doesn't have to be based on just one, and that's kind of the fun part of it too. You can have a fictional location that's based on two or three locations. A lot of
yeah,
time I've seen fictional stories that are based on two locations.
right, right.
I know Pixar has done like a combination of San Francisco and Tokyo, and
Oh, yeah. Big Five or Big Six?
yeah, Big Hero
Yeah.
6.
Big Hero Six, yeah.
I think they called it like San Francisco or something like that.
Something, yeah.
So, so when you think about it that way too, it's like, okay, like what elements of each location do I want to include, you know? And
Hmm,
how can I make that new? So those are
yeah.
some of the questions you can consider.
Hmm, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Are you also thinking of like separate locations throughout the story? Or are you thinking of
That's right.
combinations?
That's right. You want to have like a central place where most of the action happens, but you can also create places that are like specific to your characters. Like
Mm,
I think a great example of that is in The Lion King, where you
mm-hmm.
have like Pride Rock is where most everything happens, but you
Yeah.
also have like the elephant graveyard where Scar and his hyenas are hanging out and it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot darker there. It's more
Mm-hmm.
scary. And
Right.
then when Simba's going to meet Timon and Pumbaa, they're like first they're in the desert and then they go to their home, which is like in the rainforest section. So you can have
Mm,
multiple locations, but still have like one central location, if that
I
makes sense.
see. Yeah. I
Hmm.
was thinking of Wrinkle in Time.
Oh,
That's an
okay.
older story where they start on Earth, they go to another planet somewhere, and then they actually do transfer to a separate planet with
Yeah.
these aliens that are
Mm.
very nurturing and motherly like, and then they go back. So they're moving around to different settings.
That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you can have your characters kind of inform those locations, like letting your characters say, "Okay, I have this character and they have a personality like
Mhm.
this. Like, what would be the ideal location for them? What would they like? Would they like something that has a lot of sunlight or something that feels more shady? Would they like something that's really where they can be by themselves, or do they like being around a lot of others?" So those are different
Mhm.
things you can think about when you're creating locations, like how does it suit the characters that are in the story?
Okay.
Hmm. Like I love the lighting in this picture with like
It's
these
beautiful.
oranges and
Yeah.
like I could definitely picture this being a spot with these colors.
Have you ever been to Africa?
I haven't yet. I
Mm.
would really like to. I've been trying to plan my trip for a while now, but hopefully it will actually happen soon. It's
Yeah.
mostly it's well, so far it's just been research.
Oh,
Yeah, so far it's just been research.
yeah. My aunt went there and she loved it. So
Oh, that's awesome. Where, like what location?
I think she tended to stay in the northern part of Africa. She went on some tour group,
Oh, nice. Okay.
and that was a while ago. So I'm not sure exactly where she went.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to be able to travel more. Yeah, hopefully one of these days I'll be able to see more of the world.
I know it's nice.
Yeah.
When I was a lot younger, I went to Egypt,
Hmm.
Jordan, and Israel, and also India and Japan. So I
Oh,
have done
wow.
some traveling, but I don't know. It seems like it's a lot of work for me now at my age. So,
Well, I'm sure you would still be able to if you'd like to see different
yeah,
places.
yeah, I have to think about it.
Yeah. And there's so much to see too. Even like around the country, I haven't been international much, but I have done a lot of road trips like all over the country and Grand
Oh,
Canyon and Yosemite and all of these different national parks. I mean, there's so much to see here too.
yeah, we were actually thinking of maybe trying to go to Yosemite.
Hmm.
It's not really that far for us, so
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really something.
That was in one of your videos, right?
Yeah, it was. It
So,
was in the first video actually. I was talking about nature and I did talk about Yosemite. That was one of the
right.
images.
Yeah, you did a waterfall, I think.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's a really pretty place. There's a lot of like
It, it was beautiful.
yeah, just pretty locations right here in the US.
Mhm.
Okay, we have just 1 minute left on this pose. And we'll go to the next one. So you said your daughter is interested in like science fiction and like future, like the future.
Yeah, that's one of the genres that she's interested in.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Has she thought started thinking about any stories that she might want to tell or characters that might exist like in
Yeah,
a science fiction?
she's got quite a few. She's got a long list, so I don't remember all of the ideas she had.
Oh, awesome.
She's currently trying to work on a logo for her business and create a mascot.
Oh, good. That's
Yeah.
good.
She's trying to do a video for that right now.
Oh, that's really good. I always tell, like, whenever I talk to artists, I always tell them, like, you do have to think about yourself like an
Mhm.
entrepreneur because you are, you are the artist. You are the one who's going to be, even if you're working for somebody, you're still going to be that person who has to, you know, sell your art basically and make yourself interesting to people. So.
Actually, what is your logo, Sankofa? There's a bird.
Yeah, actually for Sankofa Animation Network, we have it's a crown bird. So it's if you've ever heard of it's an African crown crane. They're really beautiful animals. And
Mhm.
I first learned about them when I was making my first graphic novel and I was just looking at different animals and wildlife and I found it and I was just like it was just like a stunning looking animal. I was like, yes, I want to use that. And that Sankofa is actually a symbol in African culture. So I combined both that symbol and this
Uh-huh.
bird that I was really interested in to create the
Yeah,
logo.
I don't think I've seen that bird. Hmm.
Yeah, it's really a neat looking bird.
Yeah, it was a really cute animation that you did of it. So,
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
mm,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
sure.
Mhm. So let's see. Gonna do another 10-minute timer before we check in with our next set of questions.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you create that protagonist and then the antagonist, you can start to think about, okay, what are even when you get past like their natural habitats, okay, where's
Mhm.
going to be the central location of the story and where do these characters going to live in the story? So I think we mentioned just a little bit before um, having those character locations, like those character specific locations. So that's one of the things that we're going to start thinking about next. It's like, okay, all right, if I have this world now, okay, where are my characters going to live in it? Are they going to be like out in the open like this? Are they going to be more hidden, maybe in a mountain or in a cave or someplace where they can be on their own? Or do they want to be in the city or do they want to be in a rural place? So there's so many different possibilities. It really
Mhm.
depends on the type of character that you're creating. Yeah.
When you did your children's book, you did a lot of research on locations to place the little girl.
Yeah, actually, it's the graphic novel series is it's more for young adult rather than kids. It's like for teenagers
Oh,
and young adults.
oh,
But I definitely did a lot of research going into it. I didn't realize I didn't realize initially how much research I would end up doing. But
wow.
once you get started, especially if you want to tell something that feels realistic,
Mm-hmm.
the more research you have to do. And I
Mm-hmm.
did a lot of just like cultural research, both like trying to learn facts and also drawing studies too, because the landscapes will be different every place that you go. The
Wow.
plant life will be different. Like the types of activities that people do on a daily basis are different. Like hobbies, things like that will be different. So what people eat, even those types of things.
Yeah.
There's so many cultural differences when you're doing something that's like more international based.
Mm-hmm.
You really want to, even though it's a fiction story and the location I made is fiction, I still based
Oh,
it off of real places so that it would feel authentic.
authentic, yeah.
Hmm.
I love those baobab trees. I think that's in
Yeah.
Africa. I'm not sure what area, but they
Yeah,
look
they're
so
really
strange.
yeah, they have such like these crazy trunks, right? Like they're so thick.
Yeah, they almost look like they're upside down. The roots sticking
Yeah,
up.
they do because they have this like really thick trunk or base and then
Yeah,
they just spread out.
uh-huh.
Oh, they're pretty. They're pretty trees.
Yeah, they are.
Mhm.
So the little girl, she was
Mhm.
about 12 or so.
Yeah, that's right. She's
Yeah.
the girl in
And
the
so
story.
she
Mhm.
was based like in a village or a town.
Yeah, so she's in like a village
Mm-hmm.
and it's like in a rural location. So
Mm,
this it's a pretty there's a lot of people there. I mean, considerably a lot of people, but it's still like a rural town and it's,
mm.
you know, it's like a small community.
Oh,
Hmm. Yeah, but the process is fun when you start thinking about like when you're making longer format stories,
mm-hmm.
like because this one it's a part of a series, so I
Yeah.
really have to think, all right, well, this is something that's going to keep continuing. So, you know, you can't really give yourself um the time to get bored. You have to like keep finding ways of like, okay, what else is happening here?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I think short stories are more forgiving in that way. You don't necessarily have to do as much research. You can kind of um you can kind of play around with them, but when you start to make longer format, it's like, okay, how am I gonna keep myself and my audience interested over a long period of time?
oh.
Hmm.
Mm. So this is going to be quite a few sequels then? Oh,
Yeah, that's right. It's a series of 9 books. 2 of them are finished.
wow.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does your daughter know what story she wants to tell next? Has she has already started or is she thinking about it?
Um, she is kind of interested in graphic novels.
Hmm.
But from what I've seen, they're pretty intense
Yeah.
because there's so many drawings, there's a lot of illustrations per page,
Yeah.
and then you have to figure out how you're going to position everything on the page, and um, the words have to be pretty succinct because it's within each little panel.
Hmm. Hmm.
So she has done something like that. She was doing comic strips in high school for the school newspaper,
Oh, that's awesome.
but a graphic novel is going to be exponentially more work than.
Oh, that's awesome that she has the experience with it all. Like she kind of knows what to expect from it. That's a big thing. I
Yeah.
mean, this it's like I know a lot of artists too that ha have interest in making graphic novels, but like feel really like unsure where to start because they haven't made comics before. But having that experience can help for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, it is a process when you're making especially like a long format graphic novel. It's like a commitment, but
Right.
it's also really rewarding too. So,
Yeah. Um, I think one of them that I was interested was called Mouse, I think.
oh yeah, that's a really popular one.
Holocaust, yeah.
Yeah, that one is really popular.
So I haven't actually read it. I've got it on my to read list, but
Yeah, yeah.
it was it was very popular.
Hmm. Yeah, and I think that's kind of the a bit of the freedom that graphic novels give you is that you can tell harder stories. You can tell like stories
Mm,
about your family or your background
mhm,
or and it does kind of give you an ability to tell it if you want to, like you can tell it with symbols like they did in Mouse, or you can,
mm,
or some people just are direct. It just depends on the author and how you want to tell your story. But
mhm,
I think that
mm,
there's a freedom in being able to tell stories that are, a little bit harder or challenging.
mm. Right.
Hmm.
Is there in general like a page count? Because I know for picture books,
Hmm.
about 32, and then they have chapter books and middle grade and young adult. Is there like a certain page count for graphic novels, or it's anything?
Oh, wow. With graphic novels, there's more of a range because you'll see some people I would say it should be at least like 25 at the minimum, but I've seen so many variations, and I
Oh,
think there's some that are like really, really thick.
oh yeah.
But there's also some that, they're releasing them in series. So I think it depends on the capacity. For me, like I could have chosen to do mine as one book, but I think that would have felt overwhelming for me.
Right.
So it would have been too much to do before like you have that break of like, okay, I finished something. Like I finished this portion. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I would say um you have to like pick something that feels doable. Like
Mm,
even if it's going to be challenging, it still feels like it's a doable amount.
right. Right.
Yeah, because you want to be able to finish it.
Yeah. That's actually how we got through our picture book.
Yeah.
Because of excuse me, I was researching how to get it published.
Hmm.
It was too overwhelming trying to get the ISBN and the LCCN and the
Hmm.
in publishing and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's too much, and I didn't know what order.
Yeah.
What we did was we broke it down and just concentrated on one thing at a time.
Yeah, that's really the best thing to do is just like make it into like digestible chunks so you're not
Right.
overwhelmed.
I think
Yeah,
you had a proverb like that or something.
yeah, probably. Because
Doing
it's
things
so
in pieces.
true. It's so
Yeah.
true. And
Yeah.
it's very easy to get caught up in the details, but then like overwhelm is a real thing. All right, so we're going into our next set of questions, and I have a couple of questions here. So, what films, books, and games or artwork have I'm going to read that again. What films, books, games, or artwork have worlds you love exploring? So I think you mentioned a few, like you mentioned like Star Wars and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And we could think about the types of things that make those memorable. Like what is it about those stories? Even that film with that scene with Luke Skywalker and
Mm,
Yoda, what was it about being in that place that made it feel memorable? So those are the types of things that we can start to think about.
okay.
And when you're creating your world, this is going to be in the challenge this week. So we'll actually go over these in the end of our class. But just so you can keep them just kind of in your mind, will your world be real or fictional? What supernatural elements, if any, will exist? What fictional creatures, if any, will exist? And which real-world locations will you allow to inspire you? So those are just some of the things that you're gonna keep in your mind. Just log them in the back of your mind and think, okay, what might I incorporate into my story?
Mm, okay.
Okay, so we have a few more poses here. I think we'll do a 10-minute and a 5-minute for the last two or three. Let's see. Maybe we can do 5 minutes. I think I have three images left.
Mm.
Yeah, so maybe we can do some 5 minute poses. Okay. So we did mention a couple of stories, and I think the big question was what makes them memorable. So when you think about a movie like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, what was it about it that made it feel memorable?
I think the big scene was that garden that they went into at first
Mm-hmm,
with all the edible trees and grass and plants and the Oompa
mm-hmm,
Loompas were there. It was
mm-hmm,
just very colorful.
the colors, themes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was probably the main scene that I remember.
Mm. And it also has that sort of like fantastical feel because there's like these mythical, like the Oompa Loompas, they're
Mm.
almost they're like people, but they're not exactly people.
Little
Right?
bit. Yeah,
They feel like people, but there's some type of like fantasy element to them. I mean,
right. Right.
so I think that is also part of what makes it memorable. And that's true with the colors. Their colors are not like other like humans. They have this orange color. So
Yeah, yeah, they were orange.
so I can think about, okay, what is it about this this place that they've created for us that makes us really remember it?
When you write your graphic novel, do you already have a concept in mind of your story and the story arc? And then you work around that with illustrations and the dialogue? Like,
Yeah, it was the process. Oh my goodness, the process was a long one for me because I was doing it for the first time, and actually that is the project that made me want to help other artists tell stories because I was figuring it all out as I was going.
right.
And I honestly, when I first got the inspired, and I was inspired initially by that main character, I had a dream about the main character, and I was like, okay, what am I gonna do with this? And I just started taking notes, just like things that could exist in her world. Like I think she has siblings. I think
Mm,
maybe she's lost her parents and she's going
mhm,
through this difficult time in her life. But I
mm,
didn't, I just had like little bits of information. And
mhm.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to get somebody to write this for me because I I didn't
Oh,
think of myself as a writer at that time. I was like,
oh,
yeah, that was my first initial thought is that I would need somebody to help me write it.
uh-huh,
But after a while, after thought and prayer and like meditation on it, I was like, you know what? I think I can teach myself how to do this. So I just started doing more research. I started researching storytelling. I was already interested in storytelling, but I hadn't studied it really. So I really started to study it and to read about screenwriting and what does it take to
okay.
actually write a screenplay. And
Was that script slug link that you talked about? There was
oh, that's
scripts.
a resource that I shared, which is good for it shows like different examples of scripts and things like that, which is
Oh,
also one of the advice I got from a screenwriting mentor that I spoke with a few times. He
oh,
just said like if you read other scripts, it will help you to understand the flow and to understand like how the stories change like in real time. So you're watching it on film, you get it, but when you actually read the script, it sinks in on a different level.
right.
So, reading scripts is a great way if you, especially if you want to write longer format, it can help. It can help. It's not
Hmm.
required,
Mhm.
but at least reading one, I think, would be good for people who want to write a long story.
Right. So
So,
when
mhm.
you were at the college that you went to, the visual
Oh, School of Visual Arts.
School of Visual Arts, uh-huh.
Hmm.
Was it just concentrated mostly on doing the animation and illustration rather than writing a story for that?
You know what? They introduced us to storytelling and they shared
Mhm.
with us like, how to make strong characters. I think the focus was more on making strong characters and we did do a lot of animation. It was really like getting that technical skill down.
Mm.
But it we got a little bit in storytelling, but not a whole lot, not enough to they
Oh,
weren't training us to be writers, I'll say that.
right.
Yeah, they were training us to work with a writer rather than be a writer.
Oh, yeah, my daughter went to Chapman University,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the main focus was more on the illustrations and
Mm-hmm.
drawing. But
Yeah.
in your project, she did have to make a story and
Mm-hmm.
create an animation for it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the only um, writing I think she did in terms of coordinating it with her drawing.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is that most people or most artists are one or the other. Most creatives in the industry are either writers or they're the illustrators or they're the animators or they're doing the visual or they're doing like the writing aspect. And
Oh,
there's not a whole lot of people that do both. But the thing, and one of the things that I feel passionate about is helping artists to find that freedom and be able to create their own stories because there's a big freedom once you are able to say, okay, I made this story and it's mine and the characters are mine. You're not just designing someone else's characters, you're designing your own characters.
right.
There's definitely like an added freedom to be able to do that. So that's
Yeah.
why I want to create the course and make it easier for artists because I learned the hard way. But after I learned it, I was like, okay, I can see the connections. I can see, when I got like when I it clicked for me. You know what I mean? Like I can see like looking back, I can see like, okay, this is what made sense for me. So now I can share that with other people.
Well, you're exactly what my daughter's been looking for. This is what she wanted to kind of get mentorship on. So,
Oh, that's
perfect.
awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. That's one of the things that really inspires me is to be able to find other people who want that, who want to be able to tell their stories and I think I wish there was more mentorship around in the arts community. I mean, there are some people who are wanting and willing to help others, but you
Mm.
kind of have to look. It's
Yeah.
not always easy.
Well, we were looking at drawing classes,
Mm-hmm.
but those tend to focus on things like perspective or still life or animal. It's just all focused on the drawing,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
writing a story. So,
exactly. And it's those things are important too, but you can't, you there's only so far you can go when you only are learning the drawing side because
yeah,
really people connect with stories and you'll find that
yeah,
audiences connect with stories.
true.
Yeah. So even when you're drawing a animal or a person, or people want to know like, who is that person? Who is that
Yeah.
character? How do they act?
Mm.
And all of that is writing. And I think a lot of artists don't even realize that creating personality, that is writing.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I'm still a member. There's a group here in San Diego
Hmm.
called what was it? I call it SCIBWE, Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
So, yeah, they talk a lot about how to create characters and write stories. So
Mm-hmm.
I learned some of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually, I mean, you're very unique. I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about incorporating the illustrations along with the storyline. So
Mm, hmm.
I think because, like you said, they split it up,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
author, and then they hire an illustrator. So,
Yeah, it's often so divided, the process. And I think a lot of artists are intimidated too by the writing process because they don't know what to expect from it, or it's just that no one's ever shown them how to do it.
hmm,
So you can be intimidated at first, but once you understand it, and that's it, it's just understanding it that
hmm,
it becomes so much easier and how much similar a creative um a creative what is the word I'm looking for? Uh, a creative medium that it is to the drawing process because I mean you want to share your imagination with other people
right,
as an illustrator, and it's the same thing. It's
true.
like you're sharing your imagination.
Hmm, hmm.
Mhm.
If my daughter signs up with that QR code for the Kickstarter,
Mhm.
how do you pay with credit card or how is
Oh,
that?
there's different options on there. I think most of it
Oh,
is like uh credit card. You can
okay.
see, yeah, once you go on Kickstarter, you just have to create a Kickstarter and everything if you back a project and it's successful, you get your project um but your money is safe. It's a safe platform. You'll
Mhm.
see like there's a lot of creators that are on there. And
Oh,
even as if your daughter is interested, a lot of independent artists, children's book authors, and different types of authors go on there too. So that might be a platform she might be interested in at some point.
okay. But with the link you gave us,
Mhm.
that would take us directly to your course.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
I think she was also looking for maybe having um something more like what we're doing right now, where there's interaction.
Hmm.
And she has worked with tutors on Ysand, where she'll pay for an hour and she'll kind of collaborate with them.
Oh, nice.
That any kind of thing that you would consider, or is it just purchasing a course?
I actually do arts mentorship. So if she was interested, I can actually give you my email, and if you're interested, I can send you that. I can just go over like what your goals are and do a portfolio review if she's interested in that too. And we could just talk about, how she can get to the next place where she wants to get to. So it's all like
Oh,
individualized. Hmm.
great. Because I think what she wants is motivation and support to get to
Yeah.
the step.
Yeah, definitely. I understand that totally. Because it's hard.
Yeah.
It's challenging. It's not
Doing it
easy
all on
to
her own. Yeah.
yeah, it's not easy to commit to being an artist like professionally. It's like it's a lot, especially like, you think art school is going to be the hard part, but that's like the easy part.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's
Oh gosh, I
a
wish
little
I was back in art
intimidating.
school. You have a like a built-in support system, and when you get out into the world, it's like you
That's
have to
true.
kind of really look for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
And you're saying she could do that via email? I think she does have your email already.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. So I'll
Yeah.
just put it in the chat just in case I'll put
Okay.
it in there. Because I think the meetup actually sent you to my old email address.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
cool. So there is my better email. I mean, you can still
Oh,
reach me at the other one, but that one I get a lot of spam, so it's harder for me to find
oh,
my new email.
okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm actually going to go over the challenge for this week. So creating your world. So we're going to be thinking about creating your own world, and you're going to just like to do that, you're just going to be answering some questions. It's really more of like a self-reflection. All right. So the type of place that I'm going to be making. Is there a name for this place? I like symbolic names. So you can look up if there's a specific location you might want to see what types of historical names are from that place. What, and that could be anywhere. That could be Russia, that could be South America, that could be any place. You might want to look into see, all right, what types of historical names do they have there? What are the names of the buildings or the people that have founded it? Thinking about names in a deeper way, I think can get you more committed to your world and make it feel more real to you.
Mm,
Um, where and when does your story take place? So you want to think about the time period. That makes a big difference between like the technology that exists. If it's going to be present day, like you're not going to have flying cars necessarily, but if it's in the future, you can. Or, you might even want to make a fictional world where maybe it is kind of like today, but these other elements still exist. So just thinking about the time place. And is it based on a real location? Is it based on something that you've seen in a film that you've seen before? And what is the alternate version of this world that you're creating? Like, what is different? What makes it different than the real
mm,
world?
mm,
What makes the setting interesting? So, are there particular colors? Does it feel like a painting when you enter it? So, just different things to think about. And the next part is you're going to have your protagonist, like place your protagonist in the world. Like, what do they look like in this place? What is it like for them to be in this location? What are the types of things that they see on a regular basis? What do they look at when they look out their window or they look out and they wake up in the morning? What do they see? Um, any types of landmarks that you might want to make? And what about the sounds? Is there a particular type of a music, or is it an industrial place where there's lots of machinery? So those are different elements. It's a couple of questions that you guys, if you want to take a screenshot and just think about the types of things that your character will see or feel when they're in this place. And
mhm.
you're going to be building your world based on these questions. Just starting to. No pressure to have a finalized version, but these things will get you thinking and these will get you sketching as well.
Did you want illustrations of these ideas, or you just want notes like bullet points or something?
I think it's like up to the artist. Like if you want to, I really like the idea of making thumbnails and making notes next to them. So you
Mm,
can make some thumbnail sketches and just write down your ideas. So
okay.
that can be really helpful. They don't have to be finalized illustrations. They can just be like thoughts.
Okay.
And lastly, we are still on Kickstarter. So this is the final 2 weeks left of the Kickstarter. So if you I think you already have the link, but the QR is also here. And the QR above is for the Discord channel. So there's like a channel in there where you can share your sketches if you're interested, and the Kickstarter. So that
Okay.
is going to be it for today.
Since there's only a few weeks left,
hmm
is this Kickstarter, if she does sign up for it, she'll have enough time to go through the course, or does it end at the end of August, or?
Actually, no, the class doesn't even start until the Kickstarter is over. So it's going to be an online course. This will sign you up so you're pre-registered.
Uh-huh.
But once the Kickstarter is over, you kind of I'm launching the website as soon as the Kickstarter is over, and anyone who joins is going to have access to that. They just have access. So it's
Oh,
go at your own pace. It's no rush to get through
oh,
anything,
okay.
and you'll just be going through the class at your own pace.
Okay. So it's not like um it's going to end August 30th or something then.
No, that's just the
Fine.
campaign, but the class is going to be is going to be open, so she'll have access to it whenever she wants.
Okay. Are these the courses that you've taught every
Uh,
Saturday, or
This one
it's
specifically is the creative writing course. So this one is specifically for just what we were talking about, just for
oh,
artists who'd like to tell their own stories, and it takes you through it goes in depth into the things that we've been talking about throughout this whole workshop. So finding inspiration, developing a protagonist, developing your secondary characters, the characters that exist around your protagonist,
uh-huh.
building a world. And we even I go into story structure is really huge. It really breaks down, breaking down your story, your plot points so that you're not overwhelmed when you just see this white blank page. You actually be able to think up your plot points in advance, and that's going to be the story outlining phase. So I go through that in detail, and I go
Mm,
through how to use screenplay formatting so that you can actually have a screenplay format, and that can be used for graphic novel, that could be used for animation or games or any format that you like. Yeah.
okay. So she
Mhm.
could sign up today then, right?
Yeah, she can sign up with this QR or through that link that I gave you guys.
Okay, great.
Awesome. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this
Oh,
workshop. It's
I
been my
loved it.
pleasure.
Also, we saw your interview
Yeah.
and you just come across so sweet. So that's one reason why she's interested in taking.
Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I do my best, and I'm grateful for anybody who can get something from that. So thank you so much.
Well, we're excited, so we'll send
Absolutely.
it.
Well, thank you, and have a wonderful weekend, and I hope
Yes,
to see you
too.
guys here next week.
Yeah, we'll try to make it next week too. So thank you.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.